This workshop is ready to pop something out. We've got Siege Machine gameplay and an exclusive interview with Darian from Supercell in today's episode. Welcome back, fellow fans of Clash of Clans, or if it's your first time here, make sure you hit that subscribe button before you leave for the earliest possible update and sneak peek information, because the Siege Machines are here. And yes, there are two of them. The Siege Workshop will create two different Siege Machines. We will go over all about these today. Here they are in full real life for the first time ever. You can see obviously one air and one ground for our level 2 Siege Workshop. So yes, the Siege Workshop can be upgraded one time with this Town Hall 12 update. So here you go. You can see the difference. Obviously, a lot of slots there in the level 2 Siege Machine, so some things are planned, but we will ask Darian about that in just a moment. Let's go ahead and take a look at the individual Siege Machines, starting with the Wall Wrecker, going all the way to level 3. This thing is intimidating and effective, piloted by none other than a Hog Rider. It will absolutely annihilate everything in its path, and we will see it in action in just another minute or two. And get your Siege Workshop to level 2, and you can then unlock your very own Battle Blimp. That is right, an airborne siege machine that bypasses those pesky ground buildings and defenses, and believe it or not, heads straight for the Town Hall. Something that people have been asking for years. Yes, these Siege Machines will make a beeline, literally, for the Town Hall. We will see them in action in just a moment, and what I'm going to do is show a bunch of gameplay. Various Town Halls, various attacks, ground and air, successful and unsuccessful, using these Siege Machines as we talk to Darian, Supercell's community manager for Clash of Clans, and he answers questions about the Town Hall 12 update and about Siege Machines. Darian, thank you again for talking to me again about the update.
Hello, my friend again.
It's so exciting, this whole season of updates and Hammer Jam, and I mean, you could just feel it. The people that are watching the videos, that are playing the game, everybody in my clans, people are super excited about this, and it just keeps on building and building.
Yeah, it seems like the forums are more alive than they've been in a long time, and just the feedback that we're getting on this whole campaign has just been overwhelmingly positive. And I mean, obviously, we're excited as well. I mean, it's the biggest update in 2.5 years.
Right, for sure. And yeah, you can definitely see that in all of social media, everywhere. People are super excited about this, and yeah, it's been surprisingly overwhelmingly positive. You know, the community can be critical at stuff that they don't like, but people seem to really be pleased with everything they've seen up to this point. And then especially we came out with all that, the balancing and the increased loot, so now people find out that at all Town Hall levels they're benefiting.
And I mean, when we get to the quality of life improvement announcement, you're going to see a lot of changes that were a direct input from the player base. I mean, these are actual things from the community.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, you're going to see a lot of input, like a lot of things that we show that we've been listening, we've been watching what the player input's been, and I think a lot of people are going to be happy with some of the changes we're implementing.
Oh wow, I'm looking forward to that, especially then. Fantastic. Okay, so cool. Well, I'm definitely excited about that, but in the meantime, I mean, Siege Machines. Holy cow! Holy cow! These, I mean, this is just, I mean, really unexpected, and these things are monstrosities. And exciting stuff. I mean, they're revolutionizing the idea of a clan castle, I guess.
So one of the things that we said early on in the year was that we didn't want to keep doing the same, upgrade and done type of stuff. And that didn't just apply to the Town Hall. We wanted to shake things up a bit, and the Siege Machines are going to be probably the most metagame changing aspect that we've introduced to Clash of Clans. I mean, it's really going to change how people just attack and defend.
Absolutely, and it's funny because for years I get comments in my videos of people that say, hey, I want a troop that targets the Town Hall, and my response was always, come on, nobody's ever going to have a troop that targets the Town Hall. And now here we are, we've got Siege Machines, and essentially that's what they do, correct?
Correct. I mean, some of the ideas, like, just kind of give you an insight into the early design process that, we were looking at possibly some new heroes, and we were thinking about, like, should we have, a ranged hero that directly will target enemy heroes? And then the idea was, what if the hero directly attacked the town hall? And one of our artists and designers came up with, like, well, what if it delivered troops directly to the town hall? And so we started kind of brainstorming on this and came up with the siege machines. And on launch, we're going to have 2 available, the siege ram and the siege blimp. So, and they both deliver troops in a very different way. But we can get into more on that as we go over this.
Yeah. I mean, I first thing I did notice is a level 2 Siege Workshop has 7 slots. Darian, what's up with the 7 slots? I remember this was like back in the days when there were all those empty slots in the dark barracks, like saved for future use. So obviously you guys have thought this out.
Yeah, we wanted to introduce more siege machines. One of the early ideas was the higher your clan perk was, the more siege machines you could unlock. But we felt that was a little too limiting for a lot of smaller clans. And we wanted to make sure that we can provide access to this, excellent feature. So for starting, we're going to have 2, but we are going to add new siege machines as the game develops. So it's not just going to be this 2. We're going to be adding more, and we're going to try to come up with very original ways that these siege machines can deliver their troops.
Wow. Okay. Very cool. That's exciting to watch. And right now, the viewers are getting to watch the siege machines in action on the screen in various attacks. And so we've got and these 2 to start. When you have a level 2 siege workshop, they're very different. I mean, I noticed that the this battle ram has like twice the hit points that the battle blimp has.
Right. So the ram. The original idea for the ram was kind of like a Trojan horse, where it would walk up and just deliver troops right up to the walls, or possibly just break down one wall and just deploy the troops right there. But we kind of came up with this idea for a battle ram. So its goal is all of the siege machines so far that we've created, and we may change this functionality with new siege machines later, but the goal is to provide a transport for your troops directly to the town or to the town hall. And what the siege ram does, it just plows through walls. It's a mobile tank. This thing's just a bastion on wheels that will just break through walls to target the town hall and then disembark all the troops once it gets to the town hall.
Yeah, I mean, I noticed it absolutely annihilates, and it's like an area of effect as well. It doesn't just destroy whatever's right in front of it. It's almost like a miniaturized earthquake spell effect. There's that area.
Kind of, I guess that would be a good comparison. It's just like a localized earthquake spell.
And so I noticed that now it's called the Wall Wrecker, and I think it might have gone through a couple different iterations of that. But we shouldn't be misled by seeing it called the Wall Wrecker, because obviously it wrecks a lot more than walls. And,
its primary goal is to plow through walls.
Okay, favorite target. I see it does, times 10 damage to walls. And again, these are numbers that might change between now and when the update drops as well. So we're not counting on it. But we see that the idea is it's accelerated damage to walls, yet anything in its path between where you deploy it and the town hall is going to get destroyed, or at least attacked, until it breaks.
Yep, pretty much. I mean, it's going to be an unstoppable machine that does not quit until it either deploys its troops or it gets destroyed in the process.
And I noticed that it kind of helps replace wall breakers, jump spells, earthquake spells for walls. I mean,
it'll change the metagame on how players use, at least for clan castle troops. And one of the cool things about this particular siege machine is that it creates an interesting new idea for ways of funneling troops directly into the base.
Yeah, that's true. It gets a whole new definition to Valkyrie dive.
Absolutely. Wait till we get to the blimp. We'll talk about that one later.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, and so, but now something else I noticed a difference between these two. The Wall Wrecker stops and attacks structures on its way, whereas let me make sure I get this right, the Battle Blimp is going to just make a beeline towards that town hall and just start dropping bombs on its way there.
Right. So because the siege, or we'll call it the Wall Wrecker, I'm so used to calling it the siege ram and the siege blimp, the Wall Wrecker, because it's a ground-based unit, we had to give it more hit points because there's more ground defenses, and so it had to be able to soak up more damage. Whereas the Battle Blimp, it zooms over as an air unit. It zooms over the enemy defenses. I mean, it's still targetable by, Inferno towers, Expos, or any air defense, but it moves a lot faster than the wall wrecker. So it drops bombs as it goes right directly to the town hall, and when it flies directly above the town hall, it will deploy its troops. So you can imagine, I guess, we know the term kill squad. Mm-hmm. I guess in this instance, if you fill the blimp with Valkyries, drop a rage on the town hall, you pretty much have a nuke squad right there when it deploys its Valks.
Good point. And that makes a lot more sense than this is going to change up what people ask for in their CCs then.
Absolutely.
Wouldn't make a lot of sense to put a Lava Hound in there and send it to the town hall just to have it come out unless... Well, that's the other thing. You can deploy these troops early, right? You don't have to wait until it's destroyed.
So there's two ways of deploying the troops inside these siege machines. One, actually take it back, there's three. One, when it reaches the town hall, it will automatically self-destruct and drop all the troops on top of the town hall. So that's number one. Mm-hmm. Number two, if it takes fatal damage, it will die and then drop the troops wherever it is at that very moment. Now the third one is, when you look at your troop bar as you're attacking, there's going to be a little icon when you deploy your siege machine. That is a manual troop deploy button. So at any given point, you can manually deploy your troops while it's on its way to the town hall. Now this will destroy the siege machine, but let's say you're at the edge of the map and there's an Eagle artillery in between your siege machine and the town hall. You want to get rid of that pesky Eagle artillery. Right when your siege machine reaches the Eagle artillery, manually deploy your troops. Boom, you can take care of that Eagle artillery while everybody else takes care of the town hall.
All right, so it can serve more than one purpose then. You could be going after something else. You've got that path that it's going to follow, and maybe there's something in between that you want to take out. That's a perfect way to do it then.
Absolutely.
Okay. Wow. Okay, and then that, again, makes things like there's so many more ways you can use this.
Oh yeah, we expect this to be one of the most meta-shaking... Yeah, this is going to be a meta-shaking change to the game.
And it looks like 3 levels right now to each. 3 levels to the wall wrecker, 3 levels to the battle blimp. I didn't notice that at first, so wow.
Yep, they can be upgraded up to 3 levels. What those final stats will be, that's still in flux as we're doing final balancing. The Siege Workshop is only available to Town Hall 12.
Okay, but you can donate to, Town Hall 6 and above?
No, Clan Castle level 6.
Clan Castle level 6. That's
Correct.
right. Okay, so that's... I don't know that one off the top of my head.
I believe it's Town Hall 10.
Probably Town Hall 10. Yeah, okay. So Clan Castle level 6 can hold a siege machine. Okay, so Town Hall level 10. So there's like, you see, there's reasons that you want to be 12. There's also now some more reasons you want to be a 10.
Absolutely.
I mean, that is going to completely change the game.
Mm-hmm. And the reason behind that is, we want to encourage people to move up from Town Hall 9 to 10 to 11 to 12, especially with some of the balance changes that we've implemented, because we actually have major content that we've got planned for the later half of this year that you're going to want to take advantage of being a 10 through 12.
Okay, yeah, you mentioned that in the last interview that we did, and that really had me thinking. In fact, I've kind of conjectured in the last couple of episodes about what you could possibly have meant by that, and I don't know, I'm super curious to see what's in store for the rest of the year.
You just have to wait and see.
Oh man, I'm so eager. I mean, the hype that we feel building right now is something I would love to see continue throughout the year, and it sounds like you guys have a lot planned. I mean, this isn't just Town Hall 12 and now we all take a break for 6 months. This is like Town Hall 12 is the beginning of like a whole new era of Clash.
The whole new era started late last year when we started doing all the matchmaking balance changes. And I think I mentioned in the last interview where I said, we're really laying down the foundations for future updates. And this we want to keep this momentum going. We want to have a more regular and frequent content updates. We don't want this drought of 2.5 years with the main village. We've got a good cadence right now, and I think we've got enough enthusiasm back into the game where we can kind of keep this level of updates ongoing for a while.
So what you're saying is it'll be less than 2.5 years before we see Town Hall 13.
I don't know. We'll see. I can't make any promises, but Who knows?
Well, believe it or not, I've got people in the comments already asking about Town Hall 13. I'm like, come on, at least let's let 12 settle and the sawdust settle before we talk about something else. And,
one thing at a time.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, there's so much already in this update, and more yet to come. I know that you've mentioned something about a new troop.
I guess we'll have to save that for the next one.
Oh, man, I cannot wait. All right, you guys, so there you have it, the second part of the interview with Darian. But yes, believe it or not, I will get to corner him yet a third time before Town Hall 12, Town Hall 13, Town Hall 12, Town Hall 12 drops. I'm so confused now. I asked him too many questions. But yes, you guys, so I don't know. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys think about the siege machines and how they work. Yes, they drop at Town Hall 10 if you want to pick it up as a donated troop. So you can imagine Town Hall 10 is going to see a huge change in the meta, especially think about war, adding this troop to the game, this delivery system of Clan Castle troops, and I'm ready. It's going to be exciting, and like I said to Darian, I would love to hear, especially of course after you guys have had an opportunity to play this, I would love to hear you guys give me input on what you think the strategies are going to be, demonstrate them, come to my clan, visit, share replays. I will be doing live streams where I am going to be donating the siege machines to viewers to give them a try. Maybe you're a Town Hall 10 who doesn't have a Town Hall 12 in your clan. Let me know. Come visit a live stream, because, you guys ready for this? The first day that Town Hall 12 drops, I will be gemming it to max. That is right. Almost immediately. Thank you so much to somebody you might be familiar with, Bren Chong, community activist, benefactor in Clash Royale and Clash of Clans. Make sure you guys follow him on Twitter. His Twitter account right here. Follow Bren Chong, and he will be sponsoring that big, massive gemming video and giveaways on my channel and on Twitter in the days and weeks to come. Thank you guys so much for investing a few minutes of your day with me. If you would, hit that subscribe button before you leave. Watch me live stream on Twitch. Be kind to other people, and come back again tomorrow for more Full Attacks.
Galadon! Galadon! General Tony was right! You're a dirty gemmer! You dirty gemmer!